They started as best friends, loyal allies navigating the chaos of reality TV together.
Carol, can you tell me, out of these, which color my teeth is?
But somewhere between the champagne toasts and the reunion showdowns, things went horribly wrong.
Go do it. Pick on somebody.
Betrayals, lies, physical attacks, friendships so toxic they ended careers, destroyed reputations, and left scars that will never heal. These are the Real Housewives who went from BFFs to bitter enemies, Bethenny Frankel and Jill Zarin. Picture this. Two women walk into a Bravo show. One becomes the most successful housewife in history, worth millions. The other, fired after season 4. But here's the twist. The one who got fired is the reason the successful one even got on the show.
Why didn't Bethenny say to me, Jill, this is a great branding opportunity? Is she my friend?
This is the story of how jealousy, ambition, and one cunning bitch move created the most iconic friendship implosion in Real Housewives history. Buckle up, because Bethenny and Jill's fallout makes your messiest friendship drama look like a kindergarten disagreement. Before they met, these two were living in completely different New York cities. Bethenny was scraping by on dreams and determination. Jill was lunching at Le Cirque and attending charity galas. But when Bravo came calling for a new reality show about Manhattan's elite women, Bobby Zarin had an idea that would change everything. Bobby was the real matchmaker here. Bethenny would be great for the show, he told Jill. She wasn't convinced, but she's not married. It's for moms. But Bobby insisted. So Jill went into full sales mode, literally pitching Bethenny to RHONY producers. And it worked. When filming started in 2008, Bethenny and Jill became instant friends. Jill took Bethenny under her wing, introduced her to everyone who mattered, and Bethenny. She brought the humour and authenticity that made Jill look even better.
About how she's changing, you're packing a bag, and she's present. You're telling me you don't run and you're running. Then she's there, packing a bag. If she's packing, you're packing a red bag. I'm watching you pack. She's leaving and you're running. She's going. Please stop torturing me. I just want to go.
They were comedy gold together. Jill's neurotic energy bouncing off Bethenny's sarcastic wit. But then Bethenny's star started rising. Fast, the skinny girl brand was taking off. Bethenny got a guest hosting spot on the Today Show, and this is where the cracks appeared. According to Bethenny, Jill literally called NBC screaming, "Why not me? I'd be better than her."
The first thing was told to me by the producers there was Jill called here and she lost her mind. Why not me? I'd be better than her.
Every opportunity Bethenny got, Jill wanted in on it. "Why aren't you bringing me? We'd be better together." Bethenny's response? "Listen, I'm not in a girl band." But off camera, things were still okay between them. They were still talking. Jill would complain, Bethenny would brush it off, it seemed manageable, until season 3 cameras went up. And that's when Jill struck Bobby was undergoing treatment for cancer, and Bethenny had sent flowers but hadn't called. Off camera, Jill seemed fine with it. But once filming started, boom, Jill unleashed, tearing into Bethenny for being an unsupportive friend.
Which had you ever called my husband and asked him how he was feeling after he had, thyroid cancer, a 6-hour operation and had his throat cut from ear to ear? Had you even gave a
You didn't respond to my email. I emailed you and you didn't respond to my email after the flowers.
It was emotional, it was devastating. And according to Bethenny, it was calculated.
Oh, this is one cunning bitch.
Bethenny later told Andy Cohen, "She's waiting on camera to come at me with things and make America hate me." Bethenny believed Jill orchestrated the whole thing, storing up grievances to unleash on television, hoping viewers would turn on her former friend. The plan? Take down Bethenny and reclaim the spotlight. Spoiler alert, it backfired spectacularly. Viewers sided with Bethenny. The famous highly surprised moment at Ramona's apartment.
Jill just walked in. I don't get it. I don't know what to say.
Ramona!
I don't
Surprise!
I don't believe it.
We came!
Where Jill showed up uninvited, trying to reconcile, became a meme. But not in the way Jill hoped the friendship was done. "We're done," Bethenny told her in that infamous phone call. Bethenny left RHONY after season 3 and launched into superstardom. Her own spin-off, a talk show, selling Skinny Girl for a reported $100 million. Jill, fired after season 4. "Pigs get fat and hogs get slaughtered," Bethenny said years later. Ouch. For years, they didn't speak. But in 2018, tragedy brought them together. Bobby Zarin passed away after his battle with cancer, and Bethenny showed up to his funeral. They hugged, they cried, and later Bethenny brought her daughter Bryn to meet Jill. She said, "I was wrong," Bethenny revealed. "I believed her." Fast forward to 2024, and they're cordial. They ran into each other on a flight in 2022, hung out in the Hamptons in 2024, and even sat down for Bethenny's podcast in 2023, where Jill admitted, "I was hurt that I was losing you and being left out." They text occasionally, mostly holiday greetings, but they're not best friends again. "I just want to keep it exactly where it is," Bethenny said. Translation: we're good from a distance. Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump. Imagine your best friend's husband literally throwing you out of their house while screaming, "Goodbye, Kyle," on national television.
Goodbye, Kyle.
Get the out of my house. I swear to you, I'm done with it.
Now imagine that moment becoming a meme, a gif, and the definitive ending of a friendship. Welcome to the story of Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump, two Beverly Hills queens whose friendship survived cheating rumours, Munchausen accusations, and countless lies, only to be destroyed by a dog. Yes, a dog. This is Puppygate, and it's messier than Lisa's signature pink confections. Before RHOBH existed, they supported each other's businesses. Were already friends when Bravo came calling in 2010. These two seemed like the unshakable foundation of the show. But Hollywood has a way of testing friendships, and reality TV has a way of destroying them.
Come on. Well, Eileen's sleeping with a shark.
For the first 2 seasons, Kyle and Lisa were inseparable. They hosted parties together, defended each other against cast enemies, and built what seemed like an unbreakable bond. Kyle always had Lisa's back, even when Lisa was clearly in the wrong. When the other women called Lisa manipulative, Kyle defended her. When Lisa played mind games, Kyle made excuses. "That's just Lisa," she'd say with a smile. But here's the thing. Kyle was giving 100% and Lisa was giving, well, considerably less. Kyle noticed the friendship felt one-sided, but swept it under the rug, because that's what Kyle does. She avoids confrontation at all costs, until she can't anymore. The cracks first appeared at the Season 2 reunion. In 2011, Kyle finally snapped, calling Lisa calculated, and saying being friends with her was like playing chess with Bobby Fischer.
When push comes to shove, she actually doesn't back me up.
Over the last year, have you not said that Lisa's ego is out of control?
She has a big ego.
Ouch. Lisa was genuinely hurt and pulled away from Kyle in Season 3. But they patched things up, because that's what they always did. Then came Season 4, and Brandi Glanville dropped a bomb. Lisa allegedly planned to bring tabloids about Mauricio's cheating rumours. On a cast trip to Puerto Rico, Kyle was devastated that Lisa would weaponise her marriage for a storyline. Lisa denied it, but the seed of doubt was planted. Season 6 brought more drama when Lisa Rinna accused Lisa Fee of manipulating Kyle into gossiping about Yolanda Hadid's Lyme disease. Kyle was annoyed at being dragged into it, but forgave Lisa. Again, notice a pattern? Kyle forgives, Kyle moves on, Kyle enables. But with each incident, the friendship became more strained, more transactional, more fragile. And then came Puppygate, the scandal that ended everything. Here's the tea. Dorrit Kemsley adopted a dog named Lucy Applejuice from Lisa's rescue, Vanderpump Dogs. The dog bit Dorrit's husband, PK, so Dorrit gave her to a friend. That friend then surrendered the dog to a shelter, possibly a kill shelter.
Lucy had bit the kids a few times and took a big bite out of PK's face. PK was just...
Yeah, maybe we should find Lucy another place.
Yes, exactly. Well, here I am thinking that she's going to this beautiful home. I get a phone call from Lisa that Lucy ended up in a shelter.
When Lisa found out via the dog's microchip, she was furious. But here's where it gets messy. Teddy Mellencamp claimed, Lisa orchestrated a plan to publicly shame Dorrit by leaking the story. When tabloids picked it up, everyone suspected Lisa was behind it. Kyle, caught between her friendship with Lisa and her new besties Dorrit and Teddy, finally had to choose a side. She chose Dorrit. Kyle confronted Lisa at Villa Rosa, accusing her of lying and manipulating the situation. Lisa denied everything.
I've just had enough. Kyle's crying over nonsense. This has nothing to do with me. What has to do with me is way more important than anything they're going to discuss tonight.
The conversation escalated, and then Ken Todd, Lisa's husband, stormed in and delivered the line heard round the Bravo universe. Goodbye, Kyle. He literally kicked her out of their house. That was the last time they were in the same room. Lisa left RHOBH after Season 9, never attended the reunion, and hasn't filmed with Kyle since 6 years later. They're still not speaking, and both seem fine with it. Lisa's moved on to Vanderpump Rules, Vanderpump Villa, and a restaurant empire. Kyle remains the only OG left on RHOBH. They occasionally throw shade at each other like passive-aggressive grenades. In 2024, Lisa hinted on a podcast that Mauricio cheated on Kyle, using their pet names, Love Bean, as a clue Kyle fired back, threatening to spill secrets about Lisa's backyard. It's petty, it's public, and neither seems interested in peace. NeNe leaks and Kim Zolciak. Two women meet at a gym. One's chain-smoking cigarettes while running on a treadmill. The other makes a joke about her knee sounding like her name. They laugh so hard the whole gym notices. Fast forward a few years, and one allegedly tries to choke the other in a Target parking lot. Before Bravo cameras found them, NeNe and Kim were just two women at an LA Fitness in Atlanta. NeNe was cracking jokes. Kim was puffing cigarettes between reps, and somehow they clicked. They became genuine friends, the kind who had each other's backs and made each other laugh until they cried.
Your approval means everything.
NeNe really made it a point to make this special for her and I.
But once RHOA premiered in 2008, that gym friendship would be tested in ways neither could have predicted. Season 1 started with NeNe and Kim as ride or dies. Kim's daughters even called NeNe Aunt NeNe. They were inseparable, shopping, partying, defending each other against the other housewives. But here's the thing about reality TV. It amplifies everything. Every small disagreement becomes a full-blown fight. Every judgment becomes a betrayal. And when you're juggling cameras, egos, and drama, even the strongest friendships start to crack. The Big Poppa situation was their first major test. And spoiler alert, they didn't pass. The cracks started showing at the Season 1 reunion, when NeNe delivered one of the most iconic reads in Housewives history.
To say that's some you made up.
Well, let it out.
Close your legs to married men. Close your legs to married men.
Excuse
you heard
me?
it? Close your legs to married men.
After Kim admitted Big Poppa was still legally married, NeNe looked her dead in the eye and said, "Close your legs to married men." Boom, friendship wounded. Then came the tardy for the party drama. Kim's single was originally supposed to be a duet with NeNe, but Kim decided to go solo, cutting NeNe out entirely. NeNe felt used and betrayed. Their tension escalated into full-blown warfare. In 2009, NeNe released a book where she wrote, "Kim wouldn't know how to make a dime if you slapped her with a bucket of change. Every dollar that chick has is somebody else's husband's money." When Andy Cohen read that excerpt on Watch What Happens Live, Kim called in. What followed was a 7-minute screaming match that included insults like trash box and hooker.
Well before Big Poppa, number one. And number two, I have a very substantial income. So my house isn't rented. I don't cheat on my man like you do. I mean, we could sit back and go back and forth.
Well, let's go back and forth then. I don't cheat on my man.
But wait, there's more. According to producer Carlos King and Sheree Whitfield, NeNe allegedly tried to choke Kim in a Target parking lot during Season 2 filming. The cameras missed it, but Kim reportedly considered pressing charges before dropping them. When this came up years later at the Season 8 reunion, NeNe didn't deny it. She just said she was smart enough not to do it on camera. Yikes. Their on-again, off-again cycle continued for years. They'd fight, reconcile, fight again. The tour bus fight where NeNe got in Kim's face.
This is not sweetie, okay? And you're not one of your children. What are you going to do?
Iconic Kim skipping girls' trips while pregnant. Drama. But they always managed to patch things up. Until RHOBH. In 2017, Kim's daughter Brielle filmed bugs in NeNe's bathroom during a visit to her home. The video leaked, and Kim sent it to the entire RHOA cast, calling NeNe's house a roach nest. NeNe was furious. She fired back on Instagram, calling Kim and Brielle racists and using hashtag KKK in her posts. Kim lawyered up with celebrity attorney Marty Singer. NeNe doubled down on Twitter. "Anytime you want to go to court, I'm happy to see you there." The Season 10 reunion was a disaster. Kim left unhappy, and it seemed like their friendship was done, for real this time. Kim told Entertainment Tonight, "This went too far. It will be definitely hard to bounce back from." NeNe told Extra, "I will never have anything to do with Kim. If you cut her open, worms and slimy nastiness will come out of her." Damn. But then, life happened. In 2018, NeNe's husband Greg was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. Kim immediately sent a care package filled with robes, books and products from her cashmere collection. NeNe was genuinely touched and thanked Kim publicly. The hatchet was temporarily buried. By 2020, they were texting here and there and declaring themselves the greatest duo ever on social media. NeNe told Andy Cohen, We're always in a great place when we're not working together. When we're working together, we're pulling wigs. In 2021, they reunited at the Atlanta Ultimate Women's Expo, hugging on stage and waving to fans together. As of 2024, they're cordial. NeNe sent well wishes to Kim during her messy divorce from Biermann, telling TMZ she hopes Kim finds happiness. Teresa Giudice and Jacqueline Laurita. Picture signing a reality TV contract at FedEx with your best friend, thinking you're about to conquer the world together. Cut to a few years later, and that same friend is screaming on national television that you're dead to her. Toxic, evil, psycho, and she wants to give you the kiss of death.
Oh, sorry. Miss Teacher?
No, but there's...
Is that better?
Is bitch better?
Is better? Okay.
That's so classy.
Yes, isn't it? I learned from you.
Melissa, would you please leave the room?
This is the story of Teresa Giudice and Jacqueline Laurita, two women whose friendship survived cookbook shade and family drama, only to be obliterated by, well, pretty much everything. Federal prison, deportation, and reality TV's favourite villain, meddling in-laws. Before RHONJ existed, Teresa and Jacqueline were genuine friends. They met through Jacqueline's sister-in-law Dina and clicked immediately. They vacationed in Italy, appeared on talk shows together, and when Bravo came calling, Jacqueline literally encouraged Teresa to sign the contract. Come on, Teresa, sign the contract already. Let's do this. And just like that, they sealed their fate, at a FedEx no less. Season 1 kicked off with Teresa and Jacqueline. As the best of friends, they defended each other, laughed together, and supported one another through every bit of drama. When Teresa famously flipped that table in an iconic rage-fueled moment, Jacqueline was there. When Jacqueline dealt with family issues, Teresa had her back. For the first couple of seasons, Teresa and Jacqueline were ride or dies. They attended family gatherings, defended each other against caste enemies, and genuinely seemed to enjoy each other's company. Jacqueline admired Teresa's strength and loyalty. Teresa appreciated Jacqueline's kindness and support. But here's the thing about Jacqueline. She cares. A lot. Maybe too much. She wanted to fix problems, smooth over conflicts, and keep everyone happy.
Implied that I was involved in Strippergate, and the both of you know I wasn't, and you were trying to imply I was.
Teresa, not so much. Teresa's approach was more my way or the highway, and she expected absolute loyalty with no questions asked. These opposing approaches would eventually create friction, but for now they were basking in their best friend glow. The first crack appeared in season 3, when Teresa made jokes about Jacqueline's sister-in-law, Caroline Manzo, in her cookbook, calling Caroline as Italian as the Olive Garden. Ouch. This created tension within the Manzo-Laurita family, and Jacqueline was caught in the middle. Then came the big one, Teresa's legal troubles. When tabloids started reporting that Teresa and Joe might be going to prison for fraud, Jacqueline, being Jacqueline, wanted to talk about it. During season 5, she asked Teresa point blank if the allegations were true. Teresa felt ambushed, especially when Caroline Manzo showed up during the conversation. I felt attacked, Teresa said later, but Jacqueline was confused. Teresa had admitted to selling stories to tabloids before, so how was she supposed to know what was true? Spoiler alert, it was all true. Teresa was later sentenced to 15 months in federal prison for mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud. The drama escalated when Jacqueline started getting close to Teresa's brother, Joe Gorga, and his wife, Melissa, who joined the show in season 3. Teresa blamed Jacqueline for her fractured relationship with her family.
Teresa, do not blame Jacqueline for ruining the family. That's ridiculous. Don't say that.
Teresa, do you take any accountability for anything?
Jacqueline later revealed that Melissa would tell her behind the scenes. Remember, Jacqueline, Teresa hates your guts. She hates you. But Jacqueline tried to play peacemaker, which only made things worse. By season 7, things reached their breaking point. Teresa had served her prison time and returned to RHONJ, angry, defensive, and done with anyone she perceived as disloyal. And Jacqueline, she was at the top of that list. At the season 7 finale, Teresa unleashed. She's done. She's dead to me. I wanted to give her the kiss of death today, but I can't even look at her. She makes me sick. She makes me want to vomit. She's a disgrace. She's a conniving, twisted She continued. She's toxic, evil, miserable. She's psycho. She goes around hurting other people. It's really sad. Maybe that's why she's a miserable woman who doesn't leave her house. She's a fucking cuckoo bird. She's got issues. Damn. Teresa does not mince words. But wait, there's more. When Giudice faced deportation to Italy in 2019, and Teresa announced she wouldn't follow him, Jacqueline publicly criticised her decision, calling it a little selfish. Teresa was furious. Their friendship was officially over. For real this time. Flash forward to February 2023. Teresa was heading to Vegas to see Bruno Mars and had been thinking about Jacqueline. Why? Because both women now have sons named Nicholas, who have autism. Teresa reached out and they met for a 5-hour lunch at Cipriani, Las Vegas. Reunited, and it feels so good, Teresa posted on Instagram. Jacqueline added, Teresa and I had a great friendship before the show, and now that all the stress, toxicity, outside influences and pressures from being on a show together are gone, and life is good for both of us, it is easier to forgive and maintain a friendship. Fans immediately speculated the reunion was about their mutual hatred, for Melissa Gorga Teresa kind of admitted it. That didn't have to do with it, but also that. Classic Teresa. As of 2025, they're still friendly. Jacqueline now lives in California, and they keep in touch long distance. In 2024, Jacqueline even appeared on Teresa's podcast, and she's defended their friendship publicly, telling, "Okay, magazine, stop over-analysing our friendship. It's all good. We are good. Everybody relax." During the season 13 reunion, Melissa Gorga exposed a nasty text Jacqueline had sent about Teresa calling her a low-life trash bucket with 2 facelifts. But according to sources, neither Teresa nor Jacqueline cared. They're still talking, still texting, still bonding over their sons.